Anyways, let's get going.
Alright.
Oxfall, you all die.
Oh, game
Well,
over.
it was nice to meet you all.
Dang. Sacre bleh.
Alright. Do you want me to start the recap, or...?
Yeah, recap me.
Yeah, do it.
Alright.
We survived a billion dragons somehow.
Yeah.
Done.
So as we trek through the ice and snow towards Udoveld Mead Hall, we began to notice what seemed like smoke swirling in the distance, blotting out the sun. It wasn't long before we realized it wasn't smoke, but hundreds of dragons. We used the illusory magic to hide ourselves while digging out a small tunnel beneath the snow, but some of the dragons overhead must have noticed us because we could feel the earth shake as they began landing one by one. Massive white dragon walked right over us with one of its talons poking through the roof of our hiding place, but it didn't notice us. We waited and we waited until we were certain they were gone before continuing on towards the mead hall, and we found it in ruins. The dragons had attacked and killed every last giant within, except for the Jarl, Brunvel, who they sadistically left maimed, crippled, and impaled on a spike at the brink of death. We were unable to understand his pleas in the language of the giants, but Ali was able to cast a detect thoughts spell that allowed him to see into his mind, which was racked with extreme pain. I really should have realized that at the time. Kimmler tried to offer a measure of healing to the Jarl, but there was some kind of reaction that knocked him back and nearly unconscious. As Ollie pushed through the Jarl's pain, he was able to see his inner thoughts and witnessed the dragon attack through his eyes. In the final moments before the spell faded, Ollie made out the words, "She's here," and was able to determine that Logothcus's cloud castle had crashed in the mountains to the southeast.
He's here? Was he referencing Tiamat?
Well, she certainly wasn't referencing me.
That's certainly what Ollie thinks.
Ren has arrived. The earth quakes beneath her feet.
You have encountered a wild Ren.
A riled Ren
Right?
approaches.
Riled Ren indeed.
I don't know.
Riled
I
is
think I
way
would
better
have
than
trouble
wild.
saying that. A wild Ren approaches. Maybe not. It sounds difficult. A wild Ren approaching. A wild
With
Ren
the
approach.
wild Ren in the wilderness,
Wow.
Run must keep a rare.
Wow.
Anyways,
Okay.
sorry.
War.
Kaizen,
What do you
was that
say
everything?
quid for?
Was that everything, Kaizen? I think that was everything.
Yeah, that's all of it.
Okay. And we gave what was left of the giant, what was left of a burial, and we took off southeast, I believe, right?
Well, did we want to rest here first, or should we go on now?
I don't remember.
Tell you what, let's give the place a once-over, see if they left anything. I'm not expecting they did, but...
Everything's ruined. Roll me, not initiative. What is it?
Everything's ruined. Roll me
Survival.
initiative.
With advantage.
Everybody?
Sure.
With advantage?
Survival with a door, just roll 2 7s. That works too.
Fuck.
Yes.
Lucky sevens, I guess. Woo.
17.
Nice. So all of you notice storm clouds rolling in from the southeast.
And these are plainly storm clouds. They're not dragon summoned ash clouds.
They
Is there
look
anything peculiar about
more, as a matter of fact, even with a 17 and a lowly +1,
Wow.
they're not as dark as storm clouds seem to be, and they seem to be a lot lower.
But they don't look like the dragon thing.
No. Mm-mm.
I've had enough mysterious clouds for one day.
Me too. What time of day is
It takes a couple minutes. And night is just starting to fall. Not really, like 8 early evening, we'll say.
Okay.
Yeah, just like this isn't gonna hit you for quite some time. Like maybe overnight, you think it might overcome you
Okay,
or
well,
get to you.
let's do our check, but I want to be away from here before we rest for the night.
That sounds like a good idea.
I agree totally.
Again, I'm not expecting to find anything, but I'm just going to give the place a once over. I'm going to walk around with. I'm going to cast Detect Magic as I do my walk around.
Ooh.
Give me an Arcana check.
And I'm gonna look for 2 sticks.
I'm going to use my luck on that.
2 sticks?
I want to see if I can find 2 sticks, roughly
Didn't help.
sword shaped. I'll wait till all is done.
Probably 2 sticks.
Like just 2 sticks or 2
Yeah, I
sword
mean,
size?
2 sticks that are roughly the same size, like 2 normal long sword lengths and shape.
Sure. I mean, there's like some beams that have kind of fallen and splintered down, and you'll be able to get 2 from that.
Cool.
Ren just is looking. Are we still in the meat hall?
Yeah, Ollie's walking around it, looking for anything interesting.
I'm just keeping an eye out.
I'm with Ollie, poking around at stuff.
Okay, I'm interrupting real quick. Listen to my background sound and tell me, does this sound any different than...
Yes.
than this? Is this any different than it was earlier? Any worse? Any better?
This is a little louder and a little deeper,
Yeah.
so a little worse. The first one was better.
How about this? Is this any better or worse or anything?
About the same as the second.
Are we still in the meat hall?
Okay, so this is quieter?
Yes, we're still in the meat
God
hall.
damn. Alright.
Very good. Ren is looking around to see if there happens to be anything left to drink around. Apparently heartlessly, as, you know, there's nothing but death and destruction all around, but she's looking for drink.
I'll stick with her.
Give me an investigation check.
Might as well not go to waste, right?
Didn't know about you, but I could really use a drink.
So, underneath the table, inexplicably, you find what appears to be like a large mug, like a giant-sized mug, about halfway full, so enough for basically all of you, except for maybe not Kemmler. Kemmler could probably finish this off in 1 drink. Of some giantish mead? Giant mead? Whatever dwarvish mead would be, but for giants.
Ren takes a big swig and passes it over to Hein.
It's a lager.
Hey, nice. That's good. That's good. Hein does a spit take for no apparent reason.
Jesus.
As Ollie finishes his little circuit of the place, comes around and just dips his entire head in this giant mug.
I just hold him by his feet and dunk him in.
You actually hear like an echo as he murmurs his delight at the froth.
I am going to partake in the mead drinking as well.
You boys enjoy. I think I'm done.
Yeah.
Suit
Hein,
yourself.
as soon as Hein puts my back down, I just look at him and I go, you know, your girlfriend was up there.
What?
Even
Jade
the DM
Wind.
turns to you.
Jade Wind. I'll bet you she was up there.
Oh, yeah, you might be right. I don't know. She seemed pretty reclusive.
I mean,
Hmm.
she dragged us away from Lord's Lion's council meeting. She delayed us by over a month. She's probably the whole reason that Tiamat's here now.
What are you trying to say? I don't understand.
She was kind of cute, wasn't she?
I'm just saying, she
For a dragon.
single-handedly stopped us from doing what we needed to do because she knew the one thing that'd make us drop everything.
I
There really
I
isn't any
think
part of
maybe
that I don't need explained.
you think if the time came I wouldn't be able to fight her. Is that the issue?
Are
I
you
think
in
we
love
should-
with the dragon?
No, God, no.
Motley just smirks.
I think my little friend here misunderstood what happened there. The next time we see Jade Wind, I'm probably go. God, I even find this hard to say. I will fight her if the need arises, Ollie. It's not like
We should have killed her the first time.
I don't know if we would have killed her, but
I respect
I
that
suppose.
opinion, but yeah, I mean, morality aside, Kendler's right. I don't think it was even an option at the time.
Ollie just kind of shakes his head and just kind of wanders off.
Well, I look over Ren. That's a story, isn't it?
Sounds like an interesting one. You'll have to tell us someday when we have the time.
Oh, I love the background guy.
Pretty cool.
Oh, sweet. Well, let's get out of here. I mean, I want to be far away from here when that storm hits us.
Aye, let's be on
I
our
agree.
way.
So we're going to take off, I believe, again, that it was roughly southeast towards the...
That's the way the clouds are coming from.
Right, but that's
Yep.
also where the wreck is, as far as we know.
It is.
All right.
It worked for us once to build under the snow for shelter. We could walk until we can't, and then we could dig down.
Do we have any idea which way the dragons went?
Due south.
And we're going southeast.
In other words, they're headed back towards, well, civilization.
Yeah, I mean, whatever we're here for that wreck, we need to get it done fast. They're going to need us down south.
Kimler,
ASAP.
Agreed. There's no time to waste.
Kimler, can you send a message to Lady Silverhand to tell her what's going on up here? Tell her. Can you just tell her Tiamat is here? That's it.
We have no proof.
Proof
I
of...
can.
Brunfeld saw
Very
it.
good, very good chance, but we have no proof. Do you really want to start a mass hysteria on
Lady
a
Silverhand's not
very
going to
good
start
hunch?
Lady Silverhand's not going to start a hysteria. They need to. If she's here, they need to know. And trust me, after what I saw, she's here.
Yeah, she's the one that needs that info for sure. She's the one that could prevent hysteria, especially with foreknowledge.
You know better than I. I don't know this woman.
She's a good one.
Where are we?
We are in the spine of the world, the Miklos Glacier.
The what glacier?
Miklos, Iklos. Miklos, I don't know. If the Lord's Alliance isn't already moving on the cult, we're in for
All
trouble.
right, so I have Tiamat may be upon us now. Legion of Dragons heading south from Miklos Glacier. Anything else we want to?
Hein says
Anything
hi.
else we want to say? Relevant things we want to say to Lady Silverhand.
What's that supposed to mean?
It means what it means, Hyde.
If we got
Things
extra
that are a
words,
matter at hand.
I
We have
mean,
25 words.
it's just being polite if we got extra words. Just saying.
Is he in love with every woman?
Hey, nah, I
Or
just said
darling,
hi.
or female?
It's polite. It's polite.
You're one of those sorts. Don't worry.
What is that
Alright,
supposed to mean?
So I send that to Lady Silverhand with the sending spell.
Yes. We still had like 12 words.
You don't know. You don't know.
Well, I'm also horribly wrong.
It's
so-
adorable. Hein says hi. Hein says, how you doing?
How you doing? What up, girl?
There's one
Oh
more
my
thing.
God.
Kindler,
What?
can you identify something for me?
I can.
I hand in this scroll I've got. The exceptional scroll in my inventory.
The catnip of Furball.
As I'm holding it, I grasp my symbol, and there's a, almost like ghostly fire that appears around my hand for a moment, and then around the scroll, and then I just hand it back to you. What is the scroll? I cast Identify at level 1.
I'm looking for it.
I wouldn't say I fall in love with everybody so much as I tend to get attached to most people I'm around.
Is it the exceptional scroll?
Yeah,
Is that the one?
right under my crossbow. Yeah.
Don't worry. I think it's charming.
I have a hard time saying goodbye, and we've had to do that quite a bit.
There's nothing wrong with love, Hyde.
Not at all.
I mean,
Oh my.
love you.
What? Oh,
What is it?
shucks.
It's a scroll of clone.
It's a scroll of clone.
Would it by any chance be a shadow clone?
No?
Believe it.
Maybe so. Yes! I was just gonna say that. I don't believe it. Believe it!
Sorry, Naruto jokes. What does Scroll of Clone do?
Would Ollie know enough about it with what's in the what it says here? Because that's a really high level spell.
I would say probably not.
Yeah.
Holy
Ollie's-
crap, that is. Wow.
Ollie's just looking at Heinrich and he says, this is way, way beyond me. I don't know.
What kind of magic does it use?
Does Ollie even know that?
So, Kindler, you feel very uncomfortable.
I do?
Like you.
Like your knickers are in a twist.
Like holding on to the scroll was against everything that you stand for, basically. You just felt really kind of creeped out and just bothered by the scroll, and you could actually there'd be like these little kind of spider veins of darkness that kind of wove in and out. Like as you looked at it, it would kind of disappear, So it's always kind of like out of the corner of your eye sort of thing. And you know, you get the sensation that like the scroll was like, you know, flaking away, and then you look at it and it would be normal. You know, you handed it back to Ollie as quickly as you could. There's something deathly about this spell.
Whatever that spell is or can do, it's dark magic.
I can live with that.
Well, exercise extraordinary caution, Ollie.
I always do.
Sure you do. Be sure to do that twofold if you ever decide to use that.
Perhaps I
Trust
could have a
me.
look at it. Do you mind?
No. And I tuck it in my backpack.
That was fucking awesome.
Remember,
I think when you say no to that question, it means they can look at it.
No,
No? Maybe I'm wrong.
No.
I'm not sure.
I am.
When you say no, you don't mind, or you don't wish me to look at it?
No. Ollie's just smiling.
I think I need another drink.
it's his scroll. Just be careful, Ollie. Don't
will.
get us killed with it.
I won't.
You say that now, but
I don't know.
just don't get me killed, please.
I won't.
I have
Really?
a lot to do.
Yeah, so do
I'm still
I.
quite young.
So am I.
As are you. And we both look at Hind.
What?
No,
Hind is like 32? So yeah, he's already middle-aged for us poor, weak little humans.
I was gonna say you're already to about half your age.
Yeah, 32. Yep. We got a little bit of gray in the beard.
I don't know about gray, but humans probably don't live all that long in D&D world. I'd say 80 would be pushing it.
Fair enough.
Or they live forever and become a lich.
My life will be full and complete.
Or-
I am not
Or yeah,
concerned with.
you know.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm pretty jealous. If you
I
figure
just
out how
wanna
to
say-
teach me that, I'd be open to it.
I just want to say out of character, just briefly, Ollie's got so much stuff that is just dangerous. It's not even funny.
Powder keg of a backpack.
So did Ollie hand it over or not?
Oh no, Ollie put that in his pouch.
Oh, okay.
He's not one to show that off to anybody.
Jealously hoarding his magic.
Well, shoulder my pack. Let's get on down southward.
Aye, let's go see what we can find in that there castle.
I want to pitch camp before we hit the storm, but it's already late evening, so like you said, it probably hit us halfway through the night. So for our first camp for the night, Ren had a good idea. Let's dig some a tunnel.
Stop rifling around in that stupid pack so I can hear Hind.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, let's tunnel down deep and hide ourselves for the night. Who knows what else is going on out here?
There's not like a cellar in
That's
the mead
fair.
hall or anything, is there?
There is, but it's like a 30-foot drop,
Oh,
I
well,
don't want to be anywhere near here when night falls.
and like all the stairs burned away. So
Remember those the giants were keeping those orcs in check. This place is going to get flooded by them here pretty soon.
that's true.
Assuming they're not also dead.
Hell, for all we know, they may have been recruited.
Even worse. Yeah, let's get the fuck out of here. I start walking.
Aye, let's go. I hate orcs.
And yeah, a little bit
A horde
before
of orcs is a bad thing.
nightfall, I'll help Kemmler get the tunnel for the night started. But then I'm going to pull out one of my sticks and look over at Ren. Hey, new girl. And as soon as you look up, I toss one of the sticks to you.
The new girl has a name.
Man.
Yeah, I know. Come on, Ren. Let's see what you got. And I'll walk a little ways away so we can give them peace while they dig.
All right.
You can wield a long sword, yeah.
Of course.
I've seen what you can do. I just want to try it out for
Have a
myself.
little fun.
Here. Yeah. Why not?
Gonna have to work much harder than that if you want to take me for a ride.
Well, let's see what we can do here. Do you want to do
She
a
dips
full-on?
down, spins around, and tries to trip him.
Oh no.
Roll for initiative.
Awesome. Oh shit. Okay then.
My move stands.
Tell me, Kai.
To tell you what? Sorry, what?
She tried to kick my feet out from under me.
She gets to go first. She won initiative.
Right, so, like, do I roll something?
We're trying to
um,
discern whether or not I was successful or not.
Yeah.
Roll me, Ren, a acrobatics check, and then Heinrich, roll me a, did you expect this? You probably didn't, right?
No, not at all.
Just straight up, yeah, just an acrobatics check.
Oh my god. Nice rolls.
Yeah, you're prone.
Jeez.
Any
Nice one.
movement or anything beyond that, Ren?
Oh, I take the end of my staff and I poke him in the butt.
Hot.
Okay.
Give a little giggle and back off and wait for him to recover.
If she's taking a step back, I'm going to use my opportunity attack to try to grab her foot and flip her also.
Oh. Okay, give me contested strength checks.
Yeah. There we go. Above 10.
Dexterity check for you, Ren. Sorry.
Dexterity.
Oh, shit.
Ooh.
God
Okay.
damn.
Wow.
That means when he grabs my foot, I jump backward, do a backflip, and land. Laugh some more.
Badass. All right. I do this, like, really awkward looking roly-poly move to get roll my armor up so I can get up on my feet. And big old grin on my face, and I'm going to charge at her. And yeah, I'm going to do a feint and try to get in a couple hits. Let's see here. How can I drag it onto this here? Nope. How would I roll against her?
You just make an attack.
Okay.
She has an armor class of 16.
I'm a class of 16. Okay. 10 plus strength.
Well, just roll your normal attack, right?
Well, not with the Polyforge. That's plus fucking 10. I'll use Talon. Well, I guess that's also plus 10.
Yeah, that's what it is, though. It's your
You should
proficiency
probably
plus
use
your
everything
strength.
you've got.
Yeah. Well, I just
But
didn't want
yeah.
to
If you
use.
hold back,
plus,
she won't want to play.
I didn't want to
Can
use
I-
bonuses based on a weapon because it's a stick. We're using sticks.
Well, yeah,
Oh, gotcha.
yeah, but it's only -1. So your strength is +5 and your proficiency is +4.
Oh, okay.
So unless you're holding back in either of those two key areas, then really you just want to give yourself like a -1 because to get rid of the magic bonus that your other weapons have.
Gotcha. So that one's 15, and then I'll do one more, and then one more.
That one hits.
A shoulder, a hip, and
That
the other
one
hip.
hits.
And
You're going to
as
describe
I'm
this attack, aren't you?
swinging at her, I'm like, didn't really like you much when we first met.
Still don't.
Big old grin on my face. But you're really starting to grow on me. And then I'll leap back and assume defensive stance.
Apparently, that's the natural course of things with you and women.
Oh, bother you, does
Yeah.
it?
Hey,
So forgive me,
Well-
during this banter, where did he hit me?
I missed with a shoulder strike and then hit you on both hips.
And what was, like, did he knock me down? What was it?
Nope.
yeah, a little bit of damage.
Non-lethal, it's a stick.
You just like, did you just like whack me with it or
Yeah,
poke me
just
with jab? What?
Whack, whack. Broad
Oh,
strokes.
okay.
They hurt.
Can I cast? Excuse me. Can I use Bardic Inspiration while this is happening?
I don't know. Can you?
I want to look at Rin and just say, if it comes down to you or him, send flowers. Bardic Inspiration, so she gets a D8 that she can use for a attack roll ability check or.
That was
Save it.
D4 at best.
Oh,
Oh.
That doesn't even make sense. Okay, so you've got an
Okay, so
inspiration
she just
die.
takes a moment. She recovers from the 2 hits and kind of gets her stance back and continues, with her pose.
It's your turn, right?
I
Yep.
know.
Yep, come at me.
I just don't know what I want to do at the moment.
One quick pause, second. We're going over her features because it's been so long since she's played.
Oh, okay.
It's not that. It's that I keep it on my Google Drive, which I have access to, but I don't have another screen to put it up, so I can't have all this stuff up and see those things as well.
Right.
And I don't use them enough to have them memorized. And I'm not smart enough to print them out.
Well, make sure you hit him with your wood.
Yeah, I will.
Give him a thorough poking.
All right, so Ren gives a little mischievous smile. You just see it flash on her face. And then you see this dark smokiness appear like in her eyes. Like her eyes, like you can't see them anymore. You see this dark, smoky hollow. And this smoke comes out and shoots down to the staff. And now the staff looks like a staff, but it's a staff that looks like it's made of smoke, and smoke trails wherever it goes, and she's kind of spinning it.
Nice. And you hear Hind
Like a
as you
baton.
run up to me. I'm like, oh, come on, no magic. And then, then whatever you're doing happens.
She spins it on her left side and spins it on the right side, and she kind of jumps and twirls and then goes to smack him right in the face, like just smack him on his jaw. Like just a good hard smack right in the face.
Yes.
Sorry, I have to use a different one for this.
Nice. Nope, my AC is 19. So I'm gonna pop two.
All you have to do is just pull your head back a little bit and I miss you completely.
Right, but so what did you do? You were flipping over me?
No, I was spinning. So
Oh,
I kind of
okay.
did a leaping, jump, and spinning, and then just as I'm spinning around, I'm using the spin to accelerate my weapon so that when I bring it around, it hits you harder. So I'm really
Gotcha.
just spinning like a pirouette in the air.
So I'm just now realizing I can do two of these at once, and I'm going to use it now. Because you missed, I'm going to use riposte. So I bat your strike away from me, and assuming that this hits, which it does, I'm also going to pop pushing attack because I hit you with a melee attack. So I knock your hit aside and switch the stick around and plow you right in the stomach, and it sends you flying 10 feet through the air.
And as you do,
And it's still your turn.
I'm kind of like flipping backward and going up into the air, and all of a sudden, I just stop, and I'm just hovering there, 10 feet up in the air, looking down at you, with this excited look on my face, and happy and
Badass.
excited.
She's just floating in the air.
I just
You
kind of
plowed
relax
her
and
her, and
look
now
over.
she's excited.
Wait, she can do
Ollie's
that?
just in awe right now.
Yeah, she can.
You can fly?
I wouldn't go as far as to say fly.
Well, what would
What,
you call
levitate?
that? I
Yes,
point at
I
you
can
floating in
levitate.
the air.
And she slowly starts to drift down to the earth in a controlled descent. Feet back on the ground. She smiles, this big smile, and then she just kind of just like runs at him, staff in both hands. And then right before she gets up to him, he jumps up with a running jump and jumps very high up in the air, twists and flips around to land behind him so that she can whack him in the back
Awesome.
and hopefully pull it off.
Oh, too
Oh,
short.
I'm just gonna say you have inspiration.
Oh, nice.
The triangle top one.
Third from the right. Nice. Yep. It hits.
Okay, that one hits.
You're
so I
ringing
just
my bell.
whack him in the back and hopefully send him flying forward a little.
As I turn, panting and a little shocked. That is, wow, you are all over the place. It's very impressive. Before we keep going, I wanted to thank you for something.
She stops and stands up straight and puts her smoky staff to her side, holding it with one hand.
I lean on my stick. Back at the tower, with the dapper fellow with the tall hat. You made a point of getting me into the council with Sovereign? Saren Ray? What? God, I can't remember his name.
Ollie just shouts, Severin!
Yeah, Severance Pay. That guy.
Jesus.
You made
Ren
a big
just
point
kind
of that, and I
looks
really
and-
appreciate it.
She just looks forward and smiles a very kind and kind of like a smile that would say, that would give you like that we had a mutual respect for each other and that she had respect for you. She gives a little bow and smiles, and then pulls her staff back up.
Yeah, you can hit me some more now.
And that's all I had. I just wanted to have a little scene there.
It was fun
That was cool.
and impromptu.
I
You
really
rock.
have no idea what you're capable of, and every time is
I don't
surprising.
either.
So
That makes two of us. I'm like, wait, I can do this. I can do. She has a lot of little things she can do that are kind of cool, but in a serious battle, they're not often very useful.
that's how a lot of the game feels. You just got to get really creative with it. Create the situation in which it is useful, you know?
Which is why it was a lot of fun to twist around with two swords and hack away at the wormy thing.
Right.
That was really cool.
Cool. Okay. So,
You're awesome. Thank you for that.
oh, yeah, thank you. That was fun.
How goes the digging?
Yeah, how'd Kemmler and Ollie do on the hole?
So if that's it, and he's like, no, we're done, then I'll pick my staff back up and walk toward him and just kind of like give him a pat on his shoulder, like, come on, let's go, and like we're just gonna go, and so we walk back together. At least that's the way I see it.
I'll take the
Unless-
2 sticks.
unless
Should I
you
save
trip me
these?
Yes, and as soon as I hand the stick to you, the smoke disappears from it and it just turns into a regular staff.
I'm visibly disappointed.
All right, well, I'll hang on to these. We can do this again sometime.
It would be my honor.
Kai, could I animate the earth and make a hole in the ground?
You could, sure.
Would you let me do that?
Yeah.
That's awesome. Just animate some big ass mounds of earth.
Hey, Kemmler, dig a hole. We'll be back in 2 hours.
those
You're like,
fluttering mounds.
hole's dug.
I go,
Do you even have that
and the
spell?
ground goes. And I
Which
just
is
kinda
funny
keep
because it's
moving.
layered by snow, so we just hear and feel this kind of weird, and we don't really notice anything. And you just reach over and stomp your foot, and the snow caves into the hole, and we've got an entrance.
So you boys need any help with the hole you're digging?
Nope, done.
Could help you explore the cave if you'd like.
The cave.
Yeah, that spell come
I
up.
didn't make animate objects.
That's for
What spell?
like cups and stuff.
I can animate up to huge objects.
I love the idea of him casting, and then you just see the earth like
Oh,
just
yeah,
getting up
sure.
and walking aside, like it's come to life and moved itself out of the way because he asked it to, and it would just yielded to him and did exactly what it was asked with like excitement and enthusiasm for being able to please him. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, like you can
be
animate
so
huge,
awesome.
and huge is 15 feet, right? So roughly a 15
Large is
feet.
15 feet.
Oh, so 20, 25 feet?
I don't know. I don't know what huge counts as.
Well, that much dirt like crawls out of its own hole and takes a couple steps and collapses.
Yeah, that's what I'm asking. I don't know. You can say no. I'm not sure. So I'm like,
You could consider a mound of dirt an object, right?
I don't know. Part of me wants to say yes. Part of me wants to say no because it's not really an object. It's dirt.
Dirt is a
So
thing.
you can do 10 objects, and 8 of them combined would count as one.
What?
Are you saying that
Network.
are you saying that you
I
couldn't
get
use
it.
dirt because each individual piece of dirt would be millions of pieces of dirt?
Hold on, I got something.
Oh boy.
Well, a cup is just millions of atoms. I mean, if we really want to
Exactly.
get
I
nitpicky,
think you should be able to do it.
I think so too. Like if
I
I were to
know.
crush the ground so that cracks grow, it's a solid object. It's one big rock. It's frozen dirt.
Oh dear, this is ridiculous. I'm just waiting for it to load.
Just animate a tree.
I really should minimize this, but I'm not going to, just for effect. We're waiting.
Yeah, what's happening?
I'm loading this image.
Oh, okay.
This is by far the large. There it is. You ready?
Do it. Yes.
Look at it. It's so happy. Oh, maybe it's clay under there. Maybe it's a bunch of clay.
Just crawls out of the hole, waves, takes a few steps, and collapses.
And there's this big mound of clay just sitting there.
Basically, yes.
I love it.
It's just this stream of these little guys just like rising up out of the thing. Like, so first you
That's
use like
awesome.
your flame strike to melt like the permafrost and all the stuff at the top. That gets you down, maybe a little bit, enough for Ollie. And then you just start like you just sit down on the edge, kind of like waving your feet back and forth as you just keep like watching these little clay dudes like appear and kind of like stumble over and fall over in a an ever growing pile off to the side.
Ollie
There you
just
go.
looks over at Kibler and he says, "Dark magic, huh?"
There's nothing dark about that. It's rather cheerful.
Perhaps the most
Enjoy
adorable
it.
thing I've seen.
Actually, Ollie sits back and he starts stringing a tune on the lute for them to march to.
Jolly little fellows, aren't they?
In
Ollie
the end,
skipping
they
along
forge
at the head of the
themselves into
lines.
the shape of an anvil.
Nice.
Just Ollie skipping along at the head of the line, playing his lute while the little clay men follow him.
The Pied Piper.
Exactly.
There
I
you
love
go.
it. That's
So
awesome.
I'd say
That's
we
one way to
have
dig a hole.
probably a good 10-foot cube space of area with a small hole at one corner.
Put in like stairs, kind of.
Yeah, like a shaped. Not so much stairs as it is like a descending hole. What's the word I'm looking for? Like a ramp.
Kind of spiral shaped a little bit.
No, it's just like there's a dirt ramp
Sloped.
and then it's there you go, sloped.
Gotcha.
Sloped
Ren
hole.
waves her fingers just a little bit while people are around and swirls up some snow that is surrounding and brings it up and has it land right on the mound of dirt and clay so that it doesn't look like it's fresh.
There you go.
There you
Nice.
go.
I started marching into the hole, holding out those 2 little pamphlets that I found forever ago. I've got some reading to do, excuse me.
Nice. And with the remaining earth, I forge it into the shape of some chairs, beds.
Oh, this is fancy living.
There you go.
Not bad. I'm actually
Not so
gonna.
much chairs as stools and a table.
I'm actually gonna copy Heinrich, except I'm gonna take out the notes that are in my inventory that in treasures and start going through them again for probably the dozenth time.
I am curious, though. Is there any effect to those pamphlets that we found in I think it was the study underneath the tower, other than gold piece value? Like you asked us to pick a skill.
Oh, the
that?
Magic and You pamphlet for the young spellcasters, and
Yeah,
Swole
those
is a
things.
giant, pumping up with style.
Yeah, those are great. I'm definitely going to start with the Magic and You after the crap that Ren just pulled in a sword fight. I gotta learn how to do that shit.
I'm the coolest guy ever as the cleric because I pull out my shield and I use heat metal and I start heating up food.
Oh, cool.
That's awesome.
There we go.
Roll me a intelligence check, Heinrich.
Oh, this should go well. It's a +0. It's not bad. Oh, I'm gonna use luck.
I'm
Luckily,
We're about
I'm
to
more
go to
intelligent than a 3. A 9.
3 times as intelligent.
Thank you, Kai.
Alright, so yep, I burned a luck. I got a 9.
So, yeah, do you want to use inspiration at all?
Oh, yes! Come on. Fuck!
Wow.
I'm sorry. Ollie's laugh was
So-
in character.
God, I don't understand this at all. Wait, I think I got... Nope, I got nothing. This makes no sense to me whatsoever.
So you're laying there reading, all right,
Damn it.
and you're trying to get comfortable. I mean, because you're not used to a bed. I mean, you guys are adventurers and stuff like that. So you keep kind of rolling over, and you're finally kind of like rolled over on your side. And you're reading this, and you're trying to make sense of the magic in you. And you're like, well, I'm not really that young. Does this really apply to me? And all this stuff's going through your head. And that's when, like, out of the corner of your eye, you see part of the bed rise up, and that little clay face kind of like looks up at you with like these big wide eyes, and you're totally startled. Kind of like hit your head on the overhang there a little bit, and you've lost your sense of concentration, and you don't think you're going to get anything more out of this pamphlet.
And he grabs the book and runs
At least
away.
tonight.
Just kidding. Okay, what about the other one then? Can I try the other one, or should I wait?
We'll just do one per night.
Okay, good idea.
Okay.
Go to bed grumbling about magic.
Okay. Can we do anything overnight?
Besides doing my prayers to Moradin, I don't think I'm doing anything special.
Nothing more hidden.
Ollie.
Nothing more.
Ollie is reading over the notes on Draco Liches that he got back at Zonthal's Tower.
Okay. Ren?
Nothing other than taking the first watch.
Somebody's taking a watch. Okay. How clever of you. Everybody roll me a d20.
I'm glad you said that.
Teehee. I know how his mind works. Can't roll because all I see is this enormous thing, and it's taking up my whole screen. I don't know how to get rid of it.
Oh, watch out for that enormous thing. They're distracting.
Well, if you'll just pull your pants back up, it'll be fine.
Wow.
I wish, but unfortunately, I'm not Hind.
Dwarves go mostly for girth.
The hind mule.
Oh, gross! No! It's like a donkey show.
Oh god.
Oh my god. I started it, so I can't say a thing.
I'm afraid to ask. I don't know what that is, and I feel so innocent right now.
I'm utilizing
No!
the Princess Leia bun right now,
Uh-oh.
but
This can't be good right here.
Excuse me.
This is it. I'm sorry. I
Right.
didn't.
my standard
Wow.
is the Subway sandwich. Foot long.
Wow.
I'm sorry. I'm
$5.
sorry.
$5.
Oh, $5.
And that's all it costs, too. And that's why he can't get anything.
Oh man. Maybe I should lower the price.
Yeah, never mind.
Oh my god. How far
Night.
can we go?
Whew. Yeah,
Go
we're pretty
further.
far off topic now.
So, long rest. Okay.
What was that roll for?
See if anything happened, and nothing happened.
Woo, nice.
No! What? Fuck. Oh, man.
Oh man.
What?
Oh jeez, man.
Oh, cheese, man!
Oh jeez.
Nothing. Nothing at all.
Cheese
Okay, the
and
next
rice,
morning.
cheese, man!
Everybody give me a breathing check.
Oh god.
I
What
think
would
I
that
did
be?
it. We're good.
Constitution?
Sure.
Save or check?
Save.
Oops.
God,
This is not technically
I'm
a confined
awesome.
space.
Oh, that was Ollie's roll. Never mind.
Constitution save.
I suppose if we're being honest about it, I should probably take the
Kemmler.
first one.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
So Kemmler, you are mining. Your fellows have told you that they found some rare gems in one of the lower parts of Mithril Hall, and then they've asked for your help to come down and mine it out. And you're very excited because it has been almost centuries since you've done just good, honest, hard, mining and digging and all that stuff. And so you're down in those paths, and you're kind of, with your pickaxe, and you guys are singing the songs, and it's all kind of like, it's just like being a kid, kind of, digging around, and every once in a while you kind of get a little glint from the walls and everything. But for the most part, it's just a lot of, little sparks. And every spark, there's just a little bit of kind of a smoke, and at first you don't really notice it. It's just kind of creeping in on you, and you're just focused on, getting through the next layer of the rock to get to it. And, your arms are kind of moving a little bit slower, and you're kind of coughing every once in a while. It's just like a little irritant in your throat, not really anything that you'd worry about. But as it goes on, as you get deeper and you've got more sparkling scintillations in the rocks, and your breathing is coming heavier and heavier to you, and eventually you realize that you're actually not even, you don't even have a pickaxe. You've got your holy symbol, and you're whacking your holy symbol at clouds and gas in front of you, and it's getting in through your nostrils, and it's crawling up over your skin, and you can actually feel it between your armor and your skin, and it's you feel it kind of crawling in through your ears and coruscating through your beard and filling your mouth, and every breath you take, it's just getting harder and harder, and you just feel it filling you until you're kind of becoming one with this cloud and this gas and the smoke, and you're having trouble breathing. What do you do?
Wake the fuck up would be job one.
Holy shit.
Wake up from what?
Well, he wasn't actually.
Well,
He thinks he is.
I would clutch my holy symbol and cry out to Moradin.
Perfect.
Give me a religion check.
Come on, Wayne.
It's not bad.
And as you do this, like you feel like your words coming out of you, and you can actually feel like the words kind of like coming up through your throat, and you feel it pushing the gas away and kind of opening your mouth. Is just the name of your god, like comes out of you, and it carves a hole through this like solid smoke that's kind of entombed you, and as it goes up, and you can hear it cracking. As the smoke around you as it breaks, like the shale and everything had before from your childhood, and like this light, everything had become dark for you, and this light comes down, and you have like a momentary vision of like the froth, the head of mead and the beer, kind of cleansing your throat, kind of giving you that invigorating feel, and suddenly just the whole world just stops. It's no longer smoke anywhere. You sit up, you're on the bed, and you see everyone around you, and Ollie's kind of looking at you a little weird, and Heinrich's reading a paper upside down, and you see Ren kind of struggling in her sleep. But you can breathe normally now. Everything seems fine.
Hi.
And that's when you notice the above where you guys are sleeping. The clouds appear to have dropped all the way down. They're actually starting to kind of seep in through the opening that you guys had above you.
Before we go any further, as the DM, would you say that I and Ren earned some inspiration during all of that? You told me to mention it because you forget to give it out.
Fighting?
For our moment there at all? I mean,
It was sparring. It wasn't
you
fighting.
never ever
It was
give
a
out
bonding.
inspiration, so I just thought I'd point it out.
You just want it back.
It was
Sure.
a bonding moment. It was fantastic.
doesn't
I'm inspired
happen,
in real life.
Yeah, I mean, if you say no, that's fine. It's just that you never ever give it out. So I thought I'd.
I just want to point out, I think he does, because I don't think I had inspiration.
This time,
At
this
some
one
point.
time, there's been like 7 or 8 sessions. None of us gained inspiration. I was keeping.
That's
track,
because you
trust
all
me.
have enough powers.
Just thought. It's
Okay.
okay. You can say no. It's fine. That's just. You told me. You said if you feel like you've earned it, ask, and I'll decide. So I asked.
Okay, sure.
Thank you.
Ren, you are back where you came from. When you visited a certain someone, and you have visions of like kind of the dark storm clouds clawing in, and you feel the bodies all around you. You're just walking kind of down that forest path. You can't tell if you're coming or going from her place. You know that you, at the same time, both need to see her and you also don't want to see her. And you see the eyes and then the flashing lids all around you, eyelids all around you, the sparkling jewels on their ears, and they keep coming closer and closer as you walk down the path. That kind of starts to jostle you, and you're looking around, and every time you move your head, you start to get dizzier and dizzier, and your limbs kind of seem to feel looser, and they're kind of floating around you, and that's when like your chest starts to kind of tighten up a little bit, and you try to breathe deep, and you just get that decay in the darkness and the shadow, and you kind of you scream out. And it's at that point that you wake up, and that's when you see like around Hein's head, kind of like this white cloud kind of drifting down around him, and he doesn't seem to notice. He's kind of focused on this paper, and you see Ollie kind of laughing, and Keller seems to be kind of breathing a little heavier as he seems to wake up too.
Does the cloud... So, do I seem to notice that the cloud is like unnatural or anything?
It doesn't look unnatural, but it seems unnatural, but not in like not the same way like that scroll was. You don't get like a sentient feel to it or anything like that. It's just this is like a really thick cloud that seems to be kind of slowly filling the hole that you guys are in.
Even for fog, it's not acting like clouds or fog normally would.
No, it seems to be much thicker.
Okay, cool. Well, at that point, I'm gonna stand up. Hein! Ollie! Ren!
Huh?
Whatever that is, it's not a cloud!
What? What?
Ren is
and I
just sitting
stand
on the
up.
side of her bed and kind of has her head in her hands, trying to shake this feeling of numbness and despair that she can't seem to pull herself quite out of as quickly as she'd like.
What is it like? It's hindering breathing?
No, Hein, it's just... something is wrong with it. I don't know. Just call it a gut feeling.
Okay, well,
Get away from it.
I'll try.
But this time it's reached Hein's neck, and it's as if you've stuck your head in cotton candy, but it's more not dense, the opposite of dense, ethereal, ephemeral. I don't know, but it is just like a kind of a sweet little smell to it too.
I'm on my feet at this point. Can I move and try to get away from it?
It is a little swishy, and it seems to be solidifying just very, very slowly. Like the faster you try to move, the slower you seem to go. Like it gives more resistance the faster you move in it.
Oh, fuck.
You're right. There's something happening here.
Oh, no.
I can't hit smoke. Somebody help me.
Can I try to sneak out of our little hidey hole here and see what's outside?
Yeah, so you manage to get up, and you get that same sort of sensation. Where at first you try to climb at a normal rate, and it kind of slows you down. Like there's more resistance as you go through it,
Right.
but you adapt pretty quickly, and you get up, and you see to the southeast from where you are, just like a blanket of this sort of white cloud across the whole ground. And it's just kind of getting to you and then moving past, and it's kind of covering and everything around you guys.
Okay. Would I have any idea? Because this kind of reminds Ollie of something, and I'm not sure if it's the same thing or not, though.
Give me a history check.
When she woke up, would she still feel the effects of what she was feeling when she was asleep? I don't know how. Like, what would that just be instantly gone, or would there be a remnant of that?
It seems to you that it was like a suffocation-ish nightmare based on the second sense that you were about to suffocate, kind of thing. Does that make sense?
So you're fine now, but you know you had a premonition of suffocating soon?
Something like that,
No,
yeah. Like
it's more like that feeling when you go to breathe and you can't, and you have that panic. I think is what he's trying to say.
But in the dream,
Yeah.
now she's awake and that's gone, but you have a feeling it's coming soon.
well, the longer you are in this cloud, that's closer to that feeling you start to get.
Right, okay. And we're all getting that. Or is it just me? I don't understand. There's smoke everywhere and we're all starting to slowly suffocate?
That was us in the dreams, and now it was you because you were in it a little, but then you got out of it. And now it's Ollie. And it's moving
Yeah, it's just sort of
towards
slowly
us.
filling your little hole there.
Yeah, I mean, it's gonna be all of us here soon. We gotta do something.
I don't have anything. I can either take us back to the rock bridge or whatever it's called, which is really far away.
I'm gonna... shit, I don't know. I got nothing.
Does this remind me of anything at all, Kai?
I don't know if I have the ability to
Um,
stir up a wind or anything.
You've
Do you think
seen
Lilith
something like this
McCoy-
before, but not on this scale.
Okay.
Do we have any idea of its nature?
It is clearly unnatural.
We're just gonna
Um,
shout out into the fog or whatever. Just show yourself. Just on a hunch.
You hear it echo from behind you, but not from the direction that's coming from. I mean, just like you hear yourself kind of echoing, not like a response or anything.
Is it magical? Can one of you crazy powerful people do something about this? I don't...
No, I've got nothing, Hind.
Well...
How do you fight smoke?
I don't know. I'm... okay, if nobody else tries anything, I'm gonna pull my sword and swing at it. That's all.
Because I'm about to blow this popsicle stand and just run for it. Because it's suffocating.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Wow.
You let go of Polyforge and it falls into the fog smoke thing.
Oh,
You
great.
lose sight of it.
I chase after it. Well, that's me.
So you guys see Hind's bum sticking up out of the thing.
Where's my sword? God damn it! This is not my day.
Ollie,
I look over. Oh, go ahead.
give me an insight check, Ollie. Okay, Kemmler, what do you look over to?
I look over at Ren. I think it's time to go, Ren. And I take a huge, deep breath in. And
Could not agree more.
I'm
Take
just
a
like,
deep
let's
breath
go,
and follow.
Hind! And I just charge through the fog, up through the hole.
Oh, shit.
Okay. As you get up there, you see Ollie doing this like side-to-side foot dance and he's standing on top of this smoke. And he's kind of like he's bouncing back and forth, and he's kind of doing a little dance and moving in some arm motions in there, and going faster and faster and faster, and you don't see him sinking at all. It's as if he's on the ground, but he's clearly standing on the clouds.
And I see that, and I breathe out, and just like, oh, what, Oli?
So you figured out that you can walk on this stuff if you're deliberate enough.
I just look at him and say, "Remember the Cloud Castle?"
Oh, and I just kind of try to do what he's doing to try to get up on top of the cloud.
Okay, first of all, I need to interrupt and say that I hate you all.
Ren slowly levitates up to where she's just floating right above the cloud.
Well, it's
But
not
not
over
really
yet.
moving.
I'm still trying to find my sword. Am I able to find that and get back up there?
Eventually, yeah. You keep kind of like plunging your hand in, and you're kind of almost bruising your knuckles as you kind of hit this like almost rock hard stuff as you go. And then you for some reason think, oh well, this is clouds, and clouds move across the sky slowly, and I should be slow. So then, taking a sign from Kemmler, you're like, okay, I better hold my breath. So you hold your breath, and you just keep holding it and holding it, and then you realize that you shouldn't be focusing on holding your breath. You were trying to get your sword. So then you slowly reach down to the ground, and your hand kind of goes through the thing, and you reach the sword, and you're like, yay! But in doing so, you end up actually breathing in some of this cloud stuff, and you let go of your sword. So eventually, though, you manage to, focus on two things at once. You manage to get down, breathe, and get your sword, and stand up triumphantly.
I shake my head and go, I'm not that dumb, am I? And I run upstairs.
No, so the reason I hate you guys is
I think
two
it's
times
Ollie,
now.
really, that you
Two
hate.
times now. No, Hein was the first example of this, as you'll probably see later. 2 times now I've tried to do something sneaky. You guys called me on it. Okay.
You guys rock.
So,
Okay, well, I would like to
You're
know what
awesome.
that means later, because I
You-
have no
you
idea
will.
what you mean.
I'll just say it's not what I first thought it was.
I have no idea what just happened, but let's keep going.
No, me either, but it pissed him off, so we're good.
I can't disagree with that. I really can't.
Aww. Clouds fall and you all die.
Clouds. Wait, clouds or clowns? What?
So wait,
Yes, there's a rain of clouds.
we can stand on it?
Ollie just it does a little jig.
Well, so it's reminding us of the Cloud Castle, the smoke around the Cloud Castle that was supporting it, kind of, or at least following it.
So, Ollie didn't get that, but Kaysen did.
Oh.
So, yeah.
So
So, yeah, Ollie totally recognizes this as being kind of like the clouds that were around the Cloud Castle.
Interesting. So he tells us that? Question mark?
I think he just did, didn't he?
Yeah, I did.
I didn't. Okay.
Yeah, he
Cool.
said it.
I missed that. I'm sorry. Okay, well, if it's close by, so we didn't even get to rest, did we?
So we're looking
No,
around
yeah,
to
you
see
guys
if we
got a
can see the
full long
source
rest.
of
This is the next morning.
Cloud.
Oh, okay.
So I'm looking for the source of the cloud to see if we can see a big fucking castle in the sky.
Right.
No, you can't, but you can see this cloud kind of stuff coming from the southeast direction, and then it's clearly heading the other directions.
It's not going toward the crashed castle?
It seems to be coming in the direction that you think the cloud castle is.
Well,
Is this
say we
possibly
head
the one
towards
that
it.
crashed? Back up on its feet?
This is like along the ground, and it seems to be spreading.
So we only see the cloud, but okay, so
It's not even cloud. It's just like ground cover cloud, if that makes sense.
So
Just
the only
fucking castle exhaust.
so the only reason that it was
Yes.
bothering us down there is because it's at ground level and it's soaked down
It
into
was
our hole.
filling the hole, yeah.
Right. Okay. So now that we're above ground, we're good, and we just need to keep going in the direction we were to get to the castle.
Yeah, so Ollie and Hind made their Constitution saves, so they didn't have any bad dreams, and then Ren and Kemmler failed, so they had the bad dreams, leading them to realize about the suffocation coming if they stayed asleep.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, let's get moving. There's our objective. We need to make this quick. We gotta beat those dragons. Well, there's no way we're gonna beat those dragons, but
Okay, so where do you head off to?
Southeast.
Southeast.
Yeah, southeast. We don't. I mean, we're doing this without a map, but you know the direction we think.
Sure,
the
sure.
castle
Okay.
is.
In case, and absolutely not. No, it's just
Okay.
I was trying to be sneaky, and you totally got it.
All right. Just out of character, I thought it was Sandersil at first.
Oh, good lord, that would be creepy. Yeah, no, it's a whole blanket for like as far as you can see. So you guys travel for a couple hours. Everybody, roll me a survival check.
Survival. Yeah.
Damn, dude.
I actually rolled good.
Oh.
Me roll good.
Everyone's like, let's go this way, and Heinz like, no, it's this way.
What's
Yeah, seriously,
survival?
Hind, you have to like herd the rest of these guys like cats just to keep them on, on the direction. But you know exactly where you're going.
Do you see
It's
that
hard
over
to
there?
tell.
It's so beautiful. Let's go this way.
I am certain.
Okay, it's just hard to tell when all the ground is covered in cloud.
Yeah, I understand, but trust me.
So Hind leads you guys on a little bit longer, and suddenly the cloud seems to kind of dissipate a little bit, as if you're kind of reaching the trailing end of this kind of moving cloud thing, and then finally you're back down to just like it's almost like an ice sheet. So movement is a little more difficult for you guys. You're having to slow down a little bit. You keep kind of like stumbling. Now Ollie, of course, is just like he's kicking his feet back and forth, moving along, like sliding along. He just absolutely loves this. Kemmler's got a lower center of gravity, so he's okay. Ren seems very very much at unease at this endless sheet of ice, and then. Hind is kind of focused on ahead. And Hind, did you see shapes in the distance? Every once in a while there's like a little crackle of what you think sounded like thunder, but you're not sure. And as you move closer and closer and closer, you can make out shapes, and it looks like there is like a kind of a blue shape, and there's like a bunch of little kind of greenish shapes around it.
Contact up ahead. Ready yourselves.
Behind your
Doesn't
Find your
Ollie
collar.
have
yeah, I hand him the
a...
spyglass.
Don't you... Excellent.
Oh, I momentarily
Other end,
use
Hind.
it backwards. Yeah, exactly. I don't. This shows my eye. Oh, I see. Okay, all right, got it. Yep. And I'm peering out towards the colorful shapes.
Very, very disappointed at the size differential between these two images, but you see that guy, but he's a giant, not a teeny little thumbnail. He is bloodied and bruised, and he's in a pitched battle with a bunch of these guys, who are kind of swarming around him, and they've got these huge flail, like just this, wrecking ball on the end of a chain on their arms, and they're just kind of running around and,
That's fucking cool.
wrapping it around his legs and his arms, and, like two of them will hold as the other one just runs ahead and just starts kind of like swinging around and hitting him in the face and stuff like that.
So in one motion, I drop the glass, toss it upward towards Ollie, and take off running, drawing my sword. Let's go!
Wait, what do you see?
And that's I just yell over my shoulder. Let's go!
Heavens. Can he
Totally
yell to us like
unexpected.
what we're seeing? T sees it, but we don't see it.
I
Um,
don't give you details. I just tell you, let's go.
We go.
Yeah, so as Hein runs forward, you guys all kind of follow him, and that's when you start to see that there is a giant ahead, and he's just being swarmed by these little orcs. Totally unexpected, because who would know that today's bad guys are orcs, except for Hind, way early.
Sweet.
I do remember him saying that.
It's the
I know,
first
right?
So
roll I've had
as I
today.
run after Hind, as Ren chases after him, she is running as fast as she can on this slippery ice, not doing the best job. But she does. She calls for Shadow's Breath and like a javelin or a staff with a pointy end comes up, so she can use the dull end of it, kind of help her to stay balanced while she's running on the ice.
Okay, roll for initiative.
Totally unexpected orc bruiser.
Every time he puts up a picture, it takes up my whole screen, and this shit's wonky on this computer. So give me a second to readjust things,
hold
please.
down left click, you can click and drag. No, hold down
Yeah,
left
that's
control.
the same one that you gave me to talk. So you guys get to listen to me while I do that.
You can at least talk while you do it.
I was. I'm still doing it. See that? See that? Still doing it.
Testing. 1, 2, 3.
The problem is my mouse is doing funny shit.
Yes, this is still happening. Wow, these guys have all beat the shit out of each other.
I hope I didn't just
We
seize
can
the
see
mic.
the HP on the Cloud Giant. Is that alright?
Sure.
Cool.
It does that when they're... No, never mind.
Yeah, I thought there was a NPC thing or something. But I'll appreciate it. Achoo! Oh my god.
Bless
you.
you.
Ow.
I'm not worried about sneezing into the microphone now.
I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Oh, I got it out of my face at least.
That's true.
So while we have a minute here, forever ago when we were having issues because there were several sessions where Ren was kind of alienated because of the story plot line that we were in, that little session that we just did is something that I had been planning on doing the entire fucking time, but
It was a really nice gift.
I thought so too, and I'm glad you enjoyed it. I was looking forward to it myself, but it to me it didn't fit the story at that time, which is why I was behaving the way I was, and I'm sorry if it caused problems, because I know that it it did cause problems, but that was what I had in store the whole time, was that kind of initiation process, but it just took that long, and then one thing after another. But I'm glad I finally got to do it, because I was looking forward to it. Kemmler, you're next.
Not next. I don't know what you're talking about. Sorry, I was admiring my sword.
Nice.
Oh, I'm not. What? What do you mean I'm next? What are you talking about?
Next as in for a training session where I beat your face in with a stick.
You're funny.
I'll get him drunk first. He'll love it.
Okay.
I just say it now. Heinrich takes Ollie off, and Ollie just goes, "Bye," invisible.
Yeah. Yeah, Hind learned his lesson. We will clarify the no magic rules beforehand. And Ollie will still ignore them completely. And it'll be great. Oh, come on, no magic. Stick to the face.
It won't be your first stick to the face.
Stick,
It won't be the last.
bitch.
Is that your title now? Stick bitch?
Stick, bitch. No, but it's right up your alley, isn't it?
Making you my stick
Everybody
bitch?
roll initiative ready?
Sure.
Yes. 4 of the orcs kicked our ass. Oh,
Man.
That
Okay,
ogre
then.
guy is dead. Cloud giant.
No!
Totally unexpected orc bruiser number 1. Gets his massive swing on.
That's a Borderlands named character if I ever saw one. Plot twist! But that doesn't make any sense. Plot twist!
Okay, oh wow, we're in. Okay, there you go.
Okay, ooh, wow, red. Okay.
65 feet away.
All right.
Yeah, so you wanted to do like a spear, right?
No, I
Or
did at the
javelin?
time until I just to help me and have a weapon to traverse the land. As soon as I'm close up, I'd really like to just transform it into my sword.
Okay, I mean you can do like your like crossbow. You've got that option too. Or you can do any weapon you want, but we could use the crossbow things if you want to shoot them now.
Yeah, I might as well. I'm 65 feet away. So I'm going to move. I want to move around. I guess that's Heinrich. And I want to go up forward as far as I can. I think I can go 30 feet. I don't know.
Okay, yeah, so you're targeted 40 feet away now.
And I will target. I can't see any of the orcs because I can't make my map do what I want. So target the closest
Six
one,
is the closest.
and I will shoot my arrow at him.
He is targeted.
Thank you, sir.
Do the packed light crossbow entry.
Yeah.
Nice.
Hit.
Yeah, you do, because
I
this
think I
is your
get 2
pack
of
weapon.
those.
So yeah, two attacks for every attack action. Is it lagging?
I don't know.
Okay, I heard you click. You clicked damage,
Clicked it
right?
twice, yeah.
I see it. She hit.
The second time?
Yeah.
I don't see it at all.
You rolled a 10 plus 10 for 20 to hit.
What's
Yeah,
after
but
that, though?
Yeah, after that she hit. She clicked something twice. There it
Oh,
goes.
there it goes.
Oh, I see.
Okay. So yeah, so two.
Little bit of lag, maybe?
What do your bolts look like?
What do they look like?
Anything special about them, or?
When they launch out of my crossbow, they come out looking like just normal arrows. They're black, of course. They look obsidian. And then as they get closer to the target, they look like this smoky, like you see this smoke at first, and then it kind of looks like feathers, and to the point where by the time it gets them, it looks like it's quickly, very fast spinning crows coming at them, just at and it just comes in and just hits,
Cool.
pierces.
That's fucking awesome.
That is badass. Reminds me of like a Fable 3 spell.
Okay, number 7.
I say crow. I guess it would be more like a raven. It would be bigger.
Yeah, ravens. Yep.
Oh, he gonna die.
So they're wailing on the
Oh,
cloud.
there he
giant.
goes. Blam,
No!
he's dying.
Fuck! That was quick.
Damn it.
I told you he did.
So at this point, 7 jumps up on the giant, sees these crow arrow things coming from Ren, and lets out this giant bellow. Like one fist is hitting his chest, and then he's kind of swinging the large flare around and hitting himself in the chest with that. And even from your distance, you're kind of hearing things break as he does this, and then just with unnatural just power in his legs, he just runs towards you.
Is that some sort of mating ritual? Should I run?
Okay, I mean,
Sorry.
Wow.
I couldn't help myself.
Suddenly awkward
The
Orc Bruiser
embarrassing
11
miss.
hits you in the face.
oh, 2 attacks.
Right?
Oh,
She just kind of-
not good. So yeah, what do you do to this guy? Because he's running towards you, and he's trips on his flail, and
So she's just kind of watching awestruck, like, what the hell is this guy doing? And he trips and falls at her feet, and she's looking at him. She kind of cocks her head to the side. I still have my crossbow, and do I have to take a turn to turn it into a sword? Or can I, once I've brought it out, I can change it, can't I?
For this, sure.
I'm not certain what the rule is on that. So you see my crossbow, and you see this kind of swirl of black smoke in it, and it just transforms into my two-handed longsword. And yeah, and I
Roll me
kind
a
of-
dexterity save. No, dexterity check with disadvantage.
kind of do this wind up with my sword and kind of just slash down, try to just slash him right in his back where he's prone in front of me. So I do a dexterity?
Dexterity check with disadvantage. Ability.
My clickies aren't working.
Goddamn clickies.
My clickies! Hang on, I got this on another screen too. Things aren't... Okay, my disadvantage is still checked.
So from your main tab, you'll double click on the 14 under
I've
dexterity.
done that twice. Okay, we got it this time.
Okay, he nearly impales himself on your sword, but manages to kind of fall off to the side and doesn't get hit. Killer, you smell orc.
Smell orc indeed.
Get to the orcs!
Nice.
I am going... Tricky business. Tricky business and
Trixie Orcs.
everything I want to do hits the wrong people. So is the giant dead, or is he just pick-upable? Healable? Awakenable?
The
Is he
status
unconscious or
dying.
dead?
I'm not sure. There's a special ruling on it.
What are you trying to do?
I don't know. I just want to know if I can hit him or not.
Hit him
I think
with
the answer is no.
hit him with healing.
No. I wouldn't say hit him if I was talking about
Well,
healing.
why don't you
now, would
say
I
what you
be?
mean?
Hit him! Hit him with fire and all the orcs. But, you know.
Hit him with fire, all the orcs.
You can do anything you want. I
I know I
have
can.
made a random decision to see whether or not something's going to work.
Alright,
So what do you want to do?
I am going to charge my 25 feet. Oh, whoops, that's not. And then I'm going to cast Guiding Bolt
Excuse me.
at Totally Unexpected Orc Bruiser number 1. At level 3. Sweet.
The guidance is
What?
guide. Whoa.
All the ones. And advantage. There we go.
Nicely done.
That's me.
Sweet.
All right, I'm going to move to here, pulling out my crossbow, and aim it at Orc 6.
You do notice that Orc 1 has sort of this radiant glow about him.
In that case, I'll embrace.
Yeah,
Fine.
Hind yells, drop him, Ollie! Nice.
I wouldn't have sneak attack with the Cloud Giant down, would I?
Well, you would because you have advantage.
Yes, because you have advantage.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. Right.
One's everywhere.
You still dropped him.
He goes from glowing to non-existent. Just this big, just nasty dark red mist.
Okay, and with my cunning action, is there anywhere right here where I can hide?
This is an ice sheet. Not really. I mean, you could hide like behind somebody,
Okay.
maybe. Hide.
You know what? In that case, I'm just gonna use it to dash. To about there.
Roll me a strength check. Okay.
Not bad. For a -1.
Next. Or anything else?
Nope, that's it.
Orc Bruiser 9. What the hell was 1? 1 was over there. No, 1 was next to 9, wasn't he? He was like in the far, right?
What?
Like 1 was right here, wasn't he? No, he wasn't. That was the other guy. Never mind.
One was the one we
We're just
killed.
gonna run up and get Ren.
Because what? They're all attracted to her.
It can run 50 feet? Jesus.
He kind of has. Yeah, so he does the same sort of like kind of build up and leaps over the giant's body, and it's almost as if he's like being pulled along as he swings the flail along as kind of a bolo ahead of him, and every time he swings it forward, he kind of just gets a burst of speed. But yeah, these guys are just an incredible amount of speed as they run towards you.
Shit, that is totally unexpected.
Got his hate on.
Hind,
All right.
you were
So,
leading the charge, and then all these guys jumped in front of you.
I
for
know,
some
right? I
reason.
was like, let's go! And then just as I slowly
That's-
take 2 steps, everything happens already.
They're like
You're kind of slipping on the
barbarians.
ice.
1, so 5, 10, 15. I've used 15 feet. I'm going to hit
Bruiser 9. I did already pull my sword. The Blighter. Wow, it's been forever since I did this. And it's a miss. I'm gonna pop a luck. And re-roll it. Amazing, amazing feat. Cool. Alright. So that hits kablam! And I'm also gonna make it a pushing attack.
Wow.
Which would be this right here. He fails. So, oops, not that. So he takes 3 more damage and is thrown 10 feet in front of me. I just want him straight forward towards the cloud giant.
Okay, I think we use this backwards.
Well, it is Hein, so.
Yeah, so what you'll do for pushing attack is you'll do the die first.
Right, it's
so
been
you-
so
you
long.
cast
Yeah,
that.
I did that backwards.
And then you'll click the other button, and that should give yourself the pushing attack,
Extra
and then that'll
damage.
automatically roll the thing.
Right, and I rolled the wrong dice anyways. I rolled a d8. So it's 9 more damage, not 3. Yeah, I'm sorry.
Oh,
I'll
was it now?
do
Well,
that next time.
okay then. There's no next time.
So I'm just
Dead.
with
You
my
murdered him.
continued ice momentum, just slam my sword into him just like a clothesline as I blow past him. So yeah, the pieces of him go flying. So that's 20.
You get another attack for a kill, right?
Yes, I do. Yep. So I'll go ahead.
Ren is just like awestruck watching this massive man just come in and plow through and just like lay waste.
I'm gonna
And
say
he's-
that this attack is actually like almost accidental. He didn't expect it to go through that orc so cleanly.
And that's the thing is, yeah, as you're doing this, you're kind of concentrating on the attack and at your footing, and you are actually sliding on the ice as this is happening.
Nice. So is that 5 feet a gimme?
Yeah. Mm.
Awesome. Okay, so I've only used 15. So here's my second out of 4. Oh shit! Luck again.
Damn, nice.
There we go. Yeah. He's a
Holy
lucky
fuck.
motherfucker. And why not? Oh no, I can't. Push attack uses... No, just a weapon attack. I can do another push attack. Oh, but I already did the damage, so I can't do it now. Okay. So I hit him. Yeah, so I kill that one and hit the other. I still have 15 left. 5, 10, 15, 20. No, I'm sorry. 15 right there. And that's my action surge.
Is that when you come to a sliding halt, you like just kind of
Nope.
slide to a stop?
Nope. I'm
Not
popping
yet.
action surge. Well, a whole other action. So I'm going to use the action to dash for another 30 feet of movement. 5, 10, slide right up into totally unexpected 6. And use my third of 4 attacks. Miss. And
Would you like to
then-
use luck again?
no, I've got 1 left. I'm gonna
You got
save that
inspiration.
one. I'll save that too. Fourth attack is a hit. Nice. Just cleave through him. And yeah, I'll let it sit there. That's me.
Okay.
Wow. Hein's broken. I forgot. Been playing a lot
I'm
of
just
other
imagining
characters.
this giant laying on the ground with his arms crossed like that, like no fair. Who killed me? It's not our. I'm going home.
This was totally unexpected.
Oh my god. Do you want to do an opportunity attack?
Did he miss? Oh, yes. Thank you for calling that.
He
Yeah.
he failed horribly. So he rolled a 1 on his attack, I then had him do a dexterity check to see if anything bad would happen. He rolled a 2.
Oh shit.
So I will give you, since you're running at him and he's running at you and everything's aiming at each other, I'll give you the. You got the repost too, sure.
Cool. So I'll take a swing at him. Nice. Okay, so what this is, if you don't mind, because I have an idea, is I'm trying to change direction because I'm just sliding and swinging my sword. He slips and slides to my feet, and I just slam the sword point down into the ice through him to use as a pivot
Oh my
point,
god.
so that I continue around to aim myself at 7.
Oh, I like that. I
Just
mean,
move
he doesn't
5
like
feet.
that.
That's
but
awesome.
Yeah.
So I've left
Wow,
Blighter
that's
behind,
horrible.
stabbed face down in the ice, and I'm pulling Talon as I slide towards this other orc.
Wow. Okay. Ren.
I don't know what to do with this guy. Is he still laying on the ice? What's he doing?
He's not actually prone, but he is going to have to recover in some way.
So he just kind of stumbled, but he doesn't have his footing, but he did not fall down.
Right.
Gotcha. Alright, so she still has her sword in her hand, so she's gonna wind that sword up and slice right across his she's gonna like come down to try to slice at his neck. Like coming up from an upward angle and slicing down at him.
It's really no neck. It's more just like shoulder muscles and then right into anger.
Yeah, that's the stuff. I'm going for the anger. Or the
It's
jugular,
just-
whichever he...
It's just
Going
all
for his anger
chest
spot.
muscle and anger. That's all an orc really is. Hey Drax!
What?
Yep, that's what I thought. That dude's asleep.
I can't.
I'm not
Okay,
asleep,
hang on.
but I'm not far away.
Sorry, I am clicking the button. There we go. I waited all that shit for this roll.
Hotel
Remember,
Wi-Fi.
pack weapon, so you get 2 attacks.
Here we go.
Ew.
Oh,
So I'm having a really hard time getting my footing on the slippery ground, and so I keep trying to poise myself and swing at this guy, and I just keep fucking losing my footing and missing this guy. So I decide, fuck the ice, and all of a sudden you see me just rise up in the air about 20 feet.
He takes an ineffective flail at you as you go up.
Oh, okay, that's a good one.
And I turn my sword into my crossbow.
Okay.
Sweet.
7. He's gonna get revenge, anger. He rushes to meet Heinrich head on.
Sweet. Ouch. Ouch.
Partially resisted. Yeah, so he just kind of rushes up, and in one kind of motion, he like kind of swings around to the left, and hits the head, your head, and there's a big clang as the ball kind of hits that, and there seems to be a slight little dent there, and then he kind of swings back around, spinning his whole body around and hits you on the other side of the head as he comes back. Orc 11 has a range of not 20 feet. Oh, damn. Alright, well... Yeah, I'm gonna do it. He does have a range of 10 feet. So, he's gonna jump up.
Muscle can jump, can it?
He's doing like this Bruce Lee jumping thing.
That all
he's
orcs can
swinging at
accomplish.
both Ren and Kemmler.
Oh. Not the first, not the first!
This one's ambitious.
Okay, I guess it's the face.
Ouch.
Yeah.
Oh, and it automatically untargeted Kemler. That was awesome. Yeah, so he does this sort of like just spins around twice, loses the attack as he lands down, and you kind of the big flail just lands at your feet, Kemler. And you have an opportunity to step on it if you want.
Nope. No, I don't. That's 11.
Yeah, 11 in front of you.
All right. I gonna use a little bit of ingenuity.
Ingenuity.
All right. So I'm gonna use Wall of Fire.
Yeah.
I'm gonna cast it starting from Orc
Really glad
11
I'm up here.
all the way through Orc 7.
Damn, you absolutely can. Holy shit.
One failed and one succeeded. Moon Memento.
Sacre bleu.
Sacre bleu!
Sacre bleu.
Cool. 11 is dead.
Nice.
Good thing you're 20 feet up, Ren.
Right?
Do things get toasty for Sir Heinrich?
It lasts a minute.
So not yet.
Nope, you have to be within its area. Should be okay.
I don't know. I have no idea.
Kind of like a laser beam.
Well, that doesn't look good.
Cool.
That's the wall.
Tongue of flame.
Have you seen ridiculous how these look?
Oh my god.
Yes.
Hello? Can I help you?
Oh my god.
Wow.
Need to put a headset on him and put him in customer service. That's what he looks like to me. Hello?
Sorry, your warranty is voided?
Have you made sure the device is plugged in and turned on?
Oh my god.
I found what I'm gonna send against you guys next time. Wow. Hellfire engine. Okay, sorry. So, that's basically where the wall is.
Yep.
Does this wall of flame last for how long?
Oh,
A minute.
Can I even see Orc 7 right now to attack him?
I mean, he's engulfed in flame, which you know basically where he would be.
Would I be able to get shot off on him here, or
You're
is
Ollie,
Kemler
of
in the
course
way?
so.
Alright.
Why would that stop you?
It really probably wouldn't. Does he have
I
cover
give you,
or anything?
yeah, -2. I know. Do you have sharpshooter or whatever?
No, I don't.
What?
Okay, then yes, -2.
Oh,
Wow. I think we're done here.
holy shit. I kick him.
Take that.
Yeah!
Sorry, guys. I passed out a little bit there.
I knew you did.
It's okay.
You lied to me.
I know I did.
It's
I know
okay.
I didn't think I did, but I'm looking at the battlefield and I have no idea what happened to the giant.
Oh, is he gone too? I was hoping we would get to him before he totally died.
It was totally your job to save him too, but that's all good.
You killed him with your fire. What do you mean?
No.
Yeah, that's about where his body was.
I guiding bolted that orc, and then Ollie shot him, and that's the last thing I remember.
I knew you were asleep. That's why I yelled at you. That guy's asleep. He's like, no, I'm
I
not.
woke up before that. I was awake before you said
Uh-huh.
that. It was really uncanny. I woke up and I was like, "Oh shit,
And you know what another word for uncanny is?
was I asleep?" And then you're just like, "Because Drax, that guy's asleep," and I'm like, "No, I'm not." 'Cause I
Another
wasn't.
word for uncanny? Convenient.
You know another word for convenient? Ass.
Convenient?
Ass! Exactly.
That's not what hind means, Dick.
Okay.
No, ass.
Are you awake enough to continue, Drax?
Yes.
No,
Let's.
Are you sure?
I think we're gonna call it. This is like actually a good stopping point.
All right.
Yeah.
because
Um,
we're
That's fair.
if we keep going, it's going to be a long.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, I'm sorry, guys.
No,
I feel
not your
bad.
fault. This is good.
No, yeah.
Good
How
point.
we always end. We get a big fight and we win and we immediately quit, so it's okay.
I say from now on we finish every night with like a nice big mug. I'm just gonna pull mugs of meat out and pass them around.
I like that idea a
Every
lot.
time the fight ends,
Fight's over.
you got a party-sized mead.
Yeah.
So two things. One, you can't save the cloud giant, unfortunately. You probably could melt down into the ice to kind of give him a burial sort of thing. But really, it's you guys are just kind of on a cracked ice sheet. And as Ollie gets more towards the north, like you can actually kind of hear the creaking, even as just a halfling kind of walks across it. So for the next, 2-3 hours or so, you kind of gingerly make your way across this ice sheet until.
Before we go, can I check like for clues of who this giant was? Check his pockets, have a look at him. Do we know what kind of giant? That sort of thing.
You guys would recognize him as a cloud giant. He doesn't really
Anything
have,
else
a
we can
uniform
get
or
from
anything
him?
like that.
Any other information?
Shit.
No, you do see along the way you find something that indicates that he had been by here through signs of a hungry orcs or a hungry giants passing. So basically the scene is going to end as you go along, and in the distance you see what appears to be towers, but they are tilted dramatically. And that's where we shall end.
Probably the castle.
Dramatically.
One quick bit of feedback. Did you guys like the map?
Yeah.
I was gonna comment on that.
I hate
the
my
background,
computer, but I
it
like
was
the map.
Perfect. It
Do you-
visualized for me.
Do you know what this map is?
Oh no.
This is a sample from a counter company, like deluxe high-end granite countertops or something.
countertop?
That's awesome.
It works.
Interesting.
I know, it
works.
looked just perfect for what I want, a nice sheet.
Absolutely. Yeah,
Lovely.
that's it helped me visualize what I was doing, just sliding along on metal armor.
How much is it? Does it cost square foot?
I had a funky French name, so probably a lot.
That spot
Probably.
I just circled on it, I was convinced that was actually like a real ice sheet in Antarctica because of that.
Yeah, totally.
Nice.
Good session, guys. That was a lot of fun.
Really was, and thank you. Thank you. I had a great
It
time
was
with
a
it.
lot of fun. Thanks,
I had
guys.
fun too.
Absolutely.
So next week, Heinrich's out of town, right?
Yep. I ship out on a business trip tomorrow, and I'll be gone for more than a week to Milwaukee, Michigan. So it'll be all you guys. Kaizen's got a one-shot plan for you. That'll be really cool.
I actually have it already ready to go. So
I wish somebody else was capable of streaming so I could see, because that would be really cool to watch.
Kai, can you not stream?
I mean, I suppose I could.
I could give you keys to my
Give you
My
keys
channel-
to the Jag.
Give you keys to the Jag. My channel's seen some shit, man, but I'll give you the keys if you can set up streaming. That would be so cool. It'd mean a lot to me to watch that while I was out and about.
Sure, yeah. Yeah, we'll set that up.
That would be sweet.
I haven't done the one shot, but that's in the middle of my vacation week. So there's a good chance I'm probably going to have some wine with it. So
Even better.
in case, we won't be taking it very seriously.
Even better.
We'll be having it is. I mean, I'll take it seriously, but I mean, I'm just saying I'm gonna be lighthearted.
That's the point. Of the
Lighthearted.
One shot. That's the point of the one shot. Is it's so much lighthearted. Lighter-hearted. Much less density. But anyways, I'm gonna go hang out with my roommate before I have to take off tomorrow. So thank you guys
Alright.
for the
Well,
awesome
have fun.
session.
Yeah, we know.
Indeed. Have a good night.
Good night.
Talk to you.